Today I'm going to be doing a coilover install on my R32 Skyline, as well as I have some plans to change the wheels to something different, but I won't show you guys until near the end. But let's jump right into installing these and setting up the ride height. So these are the coilovers. They're compression and rebound adjustable. That's that little nubby thing there, and the adjusters on the top there. So I'm going to try and even these out, so when I install them the car will be somewhat even. But I did do the steering rack rebuild and rack spaces, so it will need an alignment anyway. I'm going to start by jacking the car up and taking the wheel off, and then we'll jump right into the install. Just got the wheel off, and as you can see I haven't driven it in so long. It's so rusted here. It's probably been over like 8 months to a year since I've driven it, as well as these calipers of paint's coming off. But as you can see, the coilover back here, I think it's stock, but there's a brand on it. I can't see, maybe it's a stock replacement, but there's absolutely no adjustment in these. And it's also got some hard race camber arms up the top here, which is really good because that means I can adjust the front camber already because someone's replaced those. I just don't know why they would have done camber arms and not coilovers. The good thing about these cars is they're really simple to work on. It's just a 19mm bolt at the bottom of the coilover, so that fits on nicely. So you just want to undo that, and then there's like 3 or 2 in the engine bay. I lied, it's even easier. It's actually only 2 bolts at the top here. They're 2 14mm. This is the coilover that came out. It says Bilstein, but I think they're a pretty good brand. Anywho, this is the new coilover that's going in. Before I chuck this one in, I'm just going to lay it out with the other front one and just measure the ride height so they're equal on the same side. Then I'll chuck her in. Fit it in up here. Jeez, it's heavy. Oh, holy, that's going to be heaps lower where it mounted before and where we've got it set now. It's a new day now, time for the second part of this install, which is where I'm going to be doing something with my old fake Longchamps that I used to run on Sally. I'll put a picture here. I'm going to repurpose these for the R32. Because I don't want to do something too drastic to the 32, I bought some 5 to 4 stud spacers, which is a nice easy install where I don't molest the car too much. I just cut down the studs and put a long stud in, which will act as the 4 stud, so that way it is reversible one day. If I do want to change it back to 5 stud, I can just hit out the shortened studs and put new studs in. My hand is already so dirty from just picking them up because of all the brake dust. Whacked the old stud out. I just put a old lug nut on the front and just whacked it with a steel hammer to get it out, because we have to replace it with a extended stud through here, which will act as the 4th stud. These are the new ones I got. I did buy these spacer things second hand, so the guy had already used the extended stud that comes with it. I didn't want to reuse it, that's kind of dirty, so I just bought my own. I'm gonna see if it, thankfully it fits. What the heck? They're too small. Crisis averted. I realized, I went and had a look at my order and I'm like, why did I order 2 different ones? I ordered 2 for the front, 1 for either side, and 2 for the rear. The rear is different size. That's why they didn't fit. So these ones will fit. They're wait. Yeah, see, they don't go all the way through. So these 2 will be for the front. Thankfully, I was so sad. I gave up on drawing it in because the hub spins. So this is the next dirtiest way I could think of to do it. Cut down all the studs, just chucking the caliper on now. It's really annoying to try and get this top one in. Moved on to the rear now. We whacked this stud out, and then I realized I wouldn't be able to whack a new one in, and I didn't want to draw it on, so I'm just gonna quickly take the split pin out and undo this axle bolt. So what was a 5-minute job just turned into like a few hour job, because on the rear I didn't think, and you can't press the stud in while the hub is on because there's no room on the rear. So to press the stud in on the rear, you need to take the hub off, and to get the hub off, you need to take the axle off. So I'm under here now. Hub bolts are here and the axle like expands here or like gets thicker, so I can't get anything in here, so the axle has to come off, meaning I have to undo all these bolts here and spin it and undo these. But also my diff's whining, so I want to open it up and have a look and shim it as well, so I can occasionally use this as a drift car. But that was going to be a later job. But now since I have to take the axles out, I might as well take the diff out. So I also need to disconnect the tail shaft. So I think I'm just going to spend the rest of the afternoon undoing the tail shaft, undoing the axles, taking the diff out, and taking the hub out and pressing the new stud in. It's funny, the front was like an hour job either side, taking my time. And I was like, yeah, the rear will be fine. I got work in like 3 hours. I was like, yeah, I'll get it done. The diff and axles are out, and I've just set the spacer on and set the wheel on. Nothing's bolted down, and I went and stood back a little bit and had a look, and it pokes way too far because this is a conversion spacer and I think it's like 20 mil thick, so it's adding 20 mil more of poke than what they already have. So I think I'm going to have to unexpectedly 4-stud convert the rear, but it's super easy because I have 4-stud hubs on the 180, so we'll be able to take those 4-stud rear hubs and put them on the rear here and just re-drill my rotors to 4-stud. It'll still retain all the drum brakes and the 32 calipers and everything, and it'll be really easy to change later on. So I'm gonna take this off and just put the 5-stud wheel back on and lower it so I can order parts. Yeah, so you can kind of see it's pretty bad. It's way too much for what I wanted. Like, I already knew they were gonna poke, but that's too much. So that's like 20 mil. Like, if I bring it in about 20 mil and then camber it, it'll tuck just under this guard. So I can't run it like this. I'll get defected and it looks like a frigging monster truck. We're back again working on the Skyline. I've put the same clothes on now so we can pretend that it hasn't been like 3 months since I last worked on this. But the reason why it took so long is because we had to get the 4-stud hubs off the 180 and I just couldn't be bothered, and there was heaps of other stuff to do to that instead. We finally took the 4 studs off the 180, so now I'm going to remove these 5-stud hubs and I'm going to see if I can press my wheel bearing onto the 4-stud hub because those wheel bearings are bad. Oh, and also I bought a Miata. That's him. His name is Binky. Welcome to the family. He's cute. So I'm just gonna go under and undo these 4 hub bolts. And I'm gonna attack these old hub bolts. The other one just slid straight off. Oh, this one will too. The 180s ones were like real seized on there. Oh. Nasty. Let's go and see if they'll press on. These are the Skyline 5-stud hubs and these are the 180 4-stud hubs. Fun fact, I didn't think, and I had a bunch of 4-studs off the S30, but I just threw them in the bin because I didn't know that these detached. So I just threw them in the bin, and then when I wanted to do 4-stud to this, I was like, oh damn, I really needed those. But anyway, it looks like it's gonna work. So let's press these off and have a look-see. This probably looks really bad, but we've got 2 garden bricks, the 2 like steel plates that the press comes with, and then the 2 pins that they use to hold this plate in from the press holding this hub. That's the only way I could think of doing this because it was really stuck. We did do a test one already on the 4-stud and the bearing come apart, so I'm thinking we're gonna have to get the grinder out and cut this piece off. I'm going to do this one on camera so we can see if it has the same problem. I'm not going to sit in front of it because this is really dodgy. It started coming out. You can see. These are friggin' stuck. Oh, it's scary. Okay, it came out. Yeah, look, the bearing came apart again from that. That's so annoying. So, hey, this one fully come apart, and I still have to cut the things off. I'm gonna be ordering some new bearings for these 4 studs. I'm not sure, I might order some extended studs as well. Probably do this in another week or 2, but I'll see you guys in another few weeks. Alright, it's been another 3 months since we last touched it. I last touched it in October 2024. It's now the middle of January 2025. We had rain, the roof leaked, my bench has collapsed. So the car currently looks like a barn find, but finally I ordered some parts for the Skyline. Last thing you've seen in that video was the bearing part of it got stuck to the hub. We tried to grind it off, but we were scared to like hit the middle, like because the new bearing wouldn't seal. So then we decided to try and weld something onto them to like pull it off with a vise, but then yeah, I don't know, they just got a bit mangled on the end, and I just decided not to use them anymore. So I got these. They're listed as 5 stud conversion hub, but I had a look at the photo and it looks like they have 4 stud holes as well, but they didn't say anything about 4 stud. So I bought them and I was like, oh well, I can go back to 5 stud or I can be 4 stud. I just bought them. But this is them. They come without the bearings, but I have new bearings. So as you can see, it's 5 stud. Well, it's multi-stud. But I'm assuming the 4 is like these 2 and like these 2. Third 4, and then the 5th would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But they were listed as 5 stud. But I thought, we'll buy them and give them a whirl and see if they are 4 stud. And as well, they come with some, they're threaded, they're not press in. I gotta get some longer ones of these, I think, but for now these will do. I just want to get the car on the ground. These are off eBay, some replacement wheel bearings. So this is them, replacement ones, eBay, super cheap. I'm gonna press them together, whatever way they go. This way, it goes this way. What's it? No, it goes this way. Oh yeah, it does. It goes this way, yeah, because it has the bolt on. Yeah, it goes that way. So yeah, I'll press it on and it will come back. Got the bearing all pressed on now. Putting it in, we wire brushed the middle there because it was a bit rusty, and we greased it as well. Also, when you're pressing your bearing on, don't forget to grease that as well. Put that on like that. Don't forget to Loctite your hub bolts as well. Better safe than sorry. It's really important. Oh, this is really hard. There's heaps of spiders. It's been like 6 months since this thing moved. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see the car down on all 4 again, because I haven't seen it down since I changed the coilovers. So I'm interested to see what it looks like lower. This is so annoying. Look at how many extensions I've got. The only 19 we had is like 3/4, and then I had to make it go up to 1/2 inch. New bearings and 4 stud is all on. I'm gonna go ahead and chuck this Longchamp on, fake Longchamp. We're not gonna put the axle in because rolling it, the axle will flop around because my diff is still out because we're shimming that. So I'll put the axle in at a later date. Also the rotors, I need to get my 5 stud rotors re-drilled and connect the caliper. But for the purpose of getting my car down on its wheels and being able to move it and clean up those benches that are falling down, we're just going to chuck the wheel on and end the video because this video has been 6 months in the making. So I'm going to chuck this on and I'll come back to you guys when I push it back there because we're going to wash it. Ta-da! And that's how you 4 stud convert your R32 Skyline. I love how small it looks. It looks so pretty. So happy with it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, if you liked how it looks or how it used to look better, if you like 4 stud on these or you prefer less 5 stud. about to die, but the car is all washed. I put the motor here for a photo, but I forgot to end the video. So thank you guys so much for watching. Comment down below what you think about the 4-star. And I'll see you guys in my next video, which is either drifting or putting this motor somewhat more together.